Welcome to this short presentation on the Climate Bonds Initiative Certification Scheme. Now, worldwide, the demand for green debt is booming, and within that universe of green debt issuances are the certified climate bond debt issuances, which, as of May 2021, made up 14% of all green debt issuances. These green debt issuances take many forms, such as bonds, loans, commercial paper, pooled funds, securitizations, and so on, and this is happening in financial markets worldwide on every continent. So why are banks and renewable energy companies and railways and so on getting their debt certified under the Climate Bond Certification Scheme? When you issue debt, like a bond, there's a standard process which is predictable and straightforward, at least at the beginning. However, challenges can arise when you launch the bond into the market. For example, does your company claim that it is highly committed to the highest environmental standards, but then goes ahead and issues a bond with no reliable proof that it's helping to mitigate climate change? Another example, your company issues a green bond, but the investors aren't convinced that the bond's use of proceeds are necessarily green. To meet these kinds of challenges, and to increase demand for a specific issuance of green debt, issuers will label their bonds. The three most common labels are 1. Self-label. This is where the issuer simply gives its bond a specific name, like green bond. 2. Self-label with a second-party opinion. This can add credibility to the bond's name and any claims that it makes. And the third option, and the most credible option, is a certified climate bond, which usually costs no more to set up than an SPO, and it's a bond that has gone through the rigorous, independent process of the Climate Bond Certification Scheme. In addition to having your certified debt visible to investors via platforms like Bloomberg and Refinitiv, certification has several other benefits, among them avoidance of greenwashing, investor diversification, lower cost of capital, oversubscription, a stickier pool of investors, tighter yields, and greenness. So how do you get your debt issuance certified? The process is simple. First, prepare the debt issuance and identify assets or uses of proceeds that meet the corresponding climate bond sector-specific criteria. The second step is to engage a verifier that has been approved by the Independent Climate Bonds Standard Board. These are some of the approved verifiers. The verifier will write an assurance report that confirms your debt issuance's adherence to the sector-specific criteria. These are the sectors with criteria available for certification. We now also have criteria for hydropower available. And these are the sectors with criteria under development, as well as our work on transitions. The third step is to apply to the Climate Bonds Initiative for certification and then issue your debt. Once the debt has been issued, within 12 to 24 months, your verifier will create another assurance report to make sure everything still conforms. Thereafter, once per year, for each year of the bond's term, you issue a simple disclosure report. And that's how certification works. At the Climate Bonds Initiative, our mission is to mobilize the $100 trillion bond market for climate change solutions. Now, as an independent, non-governmental, not-for-profit organization, there are things we cannot do. We cannot provide financing or connections to investors. We can't help issuers structure their debt offerings or advise on pricing. And we cannot make recommendations to investors on your behalf. If you're interested in aligning your green debt issuance with independent, best practice, science-based criteria, then we'd like to welcome you into our network of partners and issuers. We'd like to thank you for watching this short presentation, and if you have any questions, we ask that you please take them to your Climate Bonds Initiative regional representative, or if you don't have a regional contact, please email us at certification@climatebonds.net.